So the first thing that I'm doing for my Ninja Bowl is I just bake them in the oven with the skins on. And so I baked up some sweet potato. I also baked up another kind of yam that's now for the best digestion and also to cut back on your cooking time. You should soak it for 4 to 6 hours before you cook it, or you can soak it overnight. And then you've got, and that gets rid of all of the, I think it's phytic acid that's on the outside coating that rice, and it makes it easier to cook. And the instructions are in the recipe, but if you cook it about 1 cup of rice to 1.5 to 2 cups of water. We're making our Ninja Bowl.
Yay.
I finished off my tea. I'm
Did
ready
you?
to go. All right. So the first thing that I'm doing for my Ninja Bowl is I baked some sweet potatoes. Look at, they're already baked. And I did this yesterday. So what I like to do, this is a great way to be able to have quick things to go, because making potatoes, they take a while to bake in the oven. I just bake them in the oven with the skins on. And so I baked up some sweet potato. I also baked up another kind of yam it's also a sweet potato, but when I go to Whole Foods, they have all these different sweet potato varieties. So I have this one and I baked it up. And what I did is I cut up one of them and put it in the oven to heat up. I don't have a microwave. I just used the oven. I also made up some black rice. So you could do brown rice, you can do quinoa, whatever you want. I'm going to show you. I cooked it yesterday because I didn't have time today. But here's what it looks like, the black rice. Can you see? Oh, I don't want it. Let me see if you can see what the black rice looks. Here's the black rice in the bowl, and here is it in my hand. So the kernels are black. It's also called forbidden rice. And the reason it's called forbidden rice is it was hard to get this rice. And I think it was in Japan. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But it was highly prized, that they said it was forbidden so that the people wouldn't be taking it. And then the people in charge, it had more rice. They didn't have anybody else wanting their rice. So they called it forbidden rice. And so it has a really nutty taste to it. I love it. It just, when I was cooking it yesterday, the fragrance of the kind of that nutty smell was so delicious. Now, for the best digestion and also to cut back on your cooking time, you should soak it for 4 to 6 hours before you cook it, or you can soak it overnight. And then and that gets rid of all of the, I think it's phytic acid that's on the outside coating that rice, and it makes it easier to cook. And the instructions are in a recipe, but if you cook it about 1 cup of rice to 1.5 to 2 cups of water. So if you soak it and you like your rice come more crunchy, it'd be about 1.5 cups of water. But I usually just do 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. And I have some for lunch later. So I put all of that on a baking tray, and it's in the oven to heat up right now so that it's heated. The other thing that I did is I'm making some broccoli. And so I took my broccoli and put it to steam. I have a steamer. Let me show you that. It's a little bit hot, but I'm okay here. I'll put it back on the stove. Probably, I don't like to cook it too long, but I have the broccoli in the pot here. I've got my steamer with water. And I'm just going to do it. Till it's bright green, but it's still a little crunchy. So probably another couple of minutes, and I put the pot in high, and I've got my lid on it. So I'm going to do that for a couple more minutes. And then that should be good. So that I already have going. The other thing I did is I chopped up my garlic. So I've got my garlic ready to go. And now I'm going to move you guys, and we're going to make the dressing. because all things are about the dressing, in my opinion. Maybe you don't like dressings, but I love my dressings. So this is our
Yeah.
Ninja dressing. And this is from the Eat Real to Heal program, which is like my Bible. All right, so I've got my Vitamix. Going to put in
So
the
big.
ingredients in, and then we're just going to blend it up. All right, so the first thing I'm going to put in is my sweet potato, skin and all. I'm just going to throw it in. I'll just break it in half. I'm just going to put it in. I have also some ginger. I'm going to add in about an inch of ginger. And how to clean ginger. This is the great news. I don't know if I used to
Take a knife.
peel that off and with a knife, take the back of a spoon and just scrape it with the back of a spoon. Best way to peel ginger. Or you don't have to take all the skin off, but if you don't take the skin, just make sure it's washed for. But if you're peeling it off, just scrape it with a spoon. That's it. Easiest way. So I've got my ginger. I have my garlic. So garlic is like the antimicrobial best food. It's also really anti-cancer. And you need to cut it up in advance. So chop it a little bit. I chopped mine about 10 to 15 minutes. I did mine a little longer than that today, but normally about 10 to 15 minutes to allow the enzymes to be able to start working. And that's when those antimicrobial properties and the anti-cancer properties will come out. And so this is one thing I keep saying to myself, I'm going to change my recipes around so that it says to do that first before anything else. Now I'm going to add in, I have some flax oil here. So I use flax oil. So this is more like a supplement than it is an oil. It's giving us our omega-3 fatty acids that we need. It's great for our health and our brain. This one for Ninja has orange juice and lemon juice. So I squeezed 2 lemons and 1 orange. No, 2 oranges, 1 lemon. Sorry. And it gives me a little more than 2/3 of a cup. Now in the recipe, it says 1/3. I think that's a typo. I'll try and fix that. And it's a little bit more. The recipe also calls for a little bit of water. But if you've got more orange juice, use that instead of the water for sure. So I'll add that in. I have 1/3 of a cup of some rice wine vinegar. That's a little bit of acid that goes with the juices. Going to add in some maple syrup. It's about 2 tablespoons. So you can add in less or more. I'm gonna guess.
That wasn't on 2 tablespoons.
It's about there. Okay. I
That was little.
I'm guessing, okay. But I used to do without my salad dressings without this like the sweet part, like the maple syrup. And what I found, you really need to balance the acid and the vinegars with a little bit of sweet. It makes it so much better. And that's it. So we're just going to put it on here and Vitamix it away. Oops, I got to turn my Vitamix on. I think that's good. I always look to see what's on the side if all the
Yeah, make sure there's no.
and you get that vortex. Ooh, it looks good. Looks so good.
Eat some.
So it's a little bit thick. It will thicken up. I'm going to put what I don't use today. I'm going to put in a mason jar in the fridge, and it will thicken up. Don't make it too thick or think you have to make it thick. Now, if you want it a little thinner than this, add some water. If it thickens up in the fridge and it's too thick, you can add some water to it or some more orange juice. Either way, I'm gonna try it. It's got a little bit of sweet, but it's got that nice orange citrusy taste. Yum. Okay. I wish you could taste it. So now all we need to do is put our bowl together. I'm going to get out Now, and if based on what I've been teaching, we want to put about half of our bowl is going to be salad. Okay. So I have this bowl. It's about 3 inch, about a 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches deep. I like bowls. I don't know why I don't like plates. I don't like,
I
I
love
rather have a
bowls.
bowl than a plate. I got
Yeah.
this at Superstore. I think they still sell them there because I wanted it for the photography for my cooking course. And yeah, I'm just going to take and put my salad in. Easy hack is just buy like spring mix. I always organic if you can. And it's easy to get your like leafy greens. So you could do arugula, you could do, I've got spring mix, which has a ton of different varieties of leafy greens in it. So you're getting a variety. And you could do romaine lettuce, you can do spinach with spring mix, you could do spinach, all of these things. So whatever you like. And all I do is I take a handful, a nice big handful or more. And what I do is I just say, okay, half my plate is going to be salad. So I put it on half. And of course, I want to even it out, but I put it on half to show I have half my thing. And because like you get these big chunks, oops, that wasn't good. You get these big chunks. I usually like to just, because I don't like to have big chunks of lettuce, I cut it in advance. I just go and make a few cuts with my knife. And it actually, when you cut it, it actually gets less volume as well. So I've got my lettuce, which is going to be the base of my bowl. And then I'm just going to add in a bunch of things. So I have red cabbage here that I cut up. And you can buy like shredded cabbage at the store. So you don't even have to shred it if you want, or you pay more. But the way I look at it is if you're going to use it, and when you buy it all cut up, that's better than buying it and then throwing the cabbage away because you didn't cut it up. But that costs more money. I have some carrots, and this is an example of I buy. So you can grate a carrot or you can shred it or cut it into shreds, but I just buy them shredded up. And then that way they're there. So this is organic shredded carrots. So it's going to give us a nice orange. So we're eating the rainbow here. Yeah. I don't want to forget the rest of the things. So in the oven, I have as you can see, I have the black rice that I cooked and I've heated it up. Look at the steam. Can you see the steam coming off it?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that you can
And then
can
this is
bake
my sweet
rice.
potato. This particular sweet potato has more of a white color to it. Sorry, Helene. Sorry, Helene.
I never knew you could bake rice on a sheet.
Yeah, just no. I cooked it yesterday. I had it here. I cooked it yesterday and put it in a container in the fridge, and then I just heated it up. What it does, because I like it this way, it gives a little crunch to it as well. And then I could just add, what's the best way to do this? I'm going to take I love parchment paper. Oh my God. I'm just going to put it on like this.
What is that? Black rice and potatoes?
This is a sweet potato that I made. And this particular sweet
How is that a sweet potato? It doesn't look
it is
orange.
sweet. It's just white. It doesn't have that orange look because
Oh, Gloria loves the white sweet potatoes.
uh-huh.
What's the difference between the white and the orange? What's the difference between the white and the orange? Is there a
I think the
taste?
white is sweeter. It's a little sweeter and it's really
This
good.
one I find it doesn't get as soft as fast either. Oh, hang on
Yeah.
a second.
She's
Juju,
coming,
haven't seen Juju in a while. So we got
and
Juju.
she missed it.
She's here.
Where's Juju now?
She's
Is she
coming.
coming on?
Yeah. Okay.
I guess you have to start your whole show again just for
No,
her.
no. I can't.
Hi, Juju. Where are you? She's muted.
She's here. All
Is
right,
she?
so we're doing a Ninja Bowl, Nourish Bowl. So this is sweet potato, shredded carrot, shredded cabbage, black rice, and my last thing is broccoli. I steamed my broccoli. I'm going to add some steamed broccoli to it. I've got my broccoli in my steamer. Going to add a little bit, nice and hot. Let's go in here. And you can make, Helene, as I was saying, if you make like broccoli for 2 days worth or 2 meals worth, you can put half in the fridge and then just heat it up. So I can heat everything up in the oven tomorrow and have another bowl. That's enough. And then that way you don't have to make it every day. You just make it once and you've got enough for 2 or 3 meals. And you got this beautiful bowl. So I've got all of my stuff in my bowl. I'm going to add my dressing next. So this is my Ninja dressing that has sweet potato, orange juice, lemon juice, rice wine vinegar, garlic, ginger, and a little bit of maple syrup. And put as much as you want. I like a lot of sauce. I'm a sauce person.
Yeah, I do too.
So if you don't like sauce, that's fine. But I love my sauce. So I'm having my sauce. I got one more person coming here. So I added my sauce on top. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I'm going to add in some green onion. Oh, I forgot you can put the green onion into the dressing too. I forgot about that. So I'm just going to add some green onion to the top. This is another great food from the almond family. This is really nourishing. And I don't have this in the recipe, but I sprouted some broccoli sprouts. I have a little bit left. I'm going to add a little bit of broccoli sprouts to the middle. Got my broccoli sprouts, and sprouts are very nutritious. The sprouts and microgreens, this is where when a seed sprouts, all the nutrients are there. A broccoli sprout has 50 times as much nutrition as the actual broccoli does. Just think about that, 50 times more nutrients than the actual broccoli, because it's all there in the sprout so that you can grow that beautiful broccoli. And then it disperses into the broccoli. But when it's so concentrated in the sprouts, and I'll give you one more fun fact. The fun fact that broccoli has more vitamin C than my orange juice does. So if you have 100 grams or whatever, a few ounces of broccoli, and you have the same amount of orange, you have more vitamin C in the broccoli than you do in the orange juice. So that's just a little fun fact for you. I'm going to bring you guys back here. All right. And I can just show you my bowl. Can you see that?
Looks good.
That's the bowl.
Yummy.
And that's easy. And this is amazing meal. And you can switch it up with different potatoes. You can do different greens on it. You can do different vegetables, different onions, like red onions instead. Mix up your sauces. And away you go. You
don't have black rice though.
You can use quinoa. You can use brown rice. I'm using black rice because I wanted to switch it up for you. And
I didn't cook quinoa yet.
Sorry?
I didn't cook quinoa yet.
Oh, you said you were going to do that the other day.
I didn't do it, and I didn't do my oatmeal either.
Oh, you got to do it.
Yeah, I know.
And then once you get it all nice like this, you can mix it up. And have.
Will the sauce be different though? You have to find another. Do I have to find another sauce?
What other sauce?
I don't know, to put with the quinoa. Just use the same one? No.
So good. Yeah, Juju's saying you could use farro as well. You can use any grain. Or you can do it without the grain. You don't have to put a grain in.
You know what I used to like? Haven't had it in a really long time.
What?
Is wheat berries.
Wheat
It
berries?
takes yeah, it takes a long time to cook though.
And wheat berries, I've had wheat berries and they're good. I'm not doing wheat berries in my cooking now because what I'm teaching you here is gluten free. And wheat berries actually have, I think they have gluten in them. I
No, they
think
didn't.
they don't have gluten. Okay.
No.
I heard they had gluten, but I'll look. I haven't had them in a long time. Okay. Juju, I'm going to put the recipe in
And
my,
I made it was gluten free too. It was the
and what I'm going to do is I'm putting in last week's sauce and dressing recipes because you could use the recipes from the dressings from last week on the same bowl. You could do either, any of those would work well. You don't have to always use the same one, but this is the Ninja one. But you could use the sauces from last week as well. I think you should get both of them there. Did they both show up? I hope they're.
April. No, there's no April here.
There's the bowl for the Nourish Ninja Bowl is there, a link for it. And there's also a link for the dressings and sauces I did last week. And that's it. How easy is that? Most of it, like you could make some of this stuff the night before, make a batch for 2 or 3 days. And over the course of the week, you already have everything ready to go. You don't have to do anything special. And this sauce, look at how much sauce I have. I can have enough for storing. I don't have my mason jars handy, but I'm going to put it in a small mason jar and put it in the fridge. And I can have another bowl tomorrow or on Sunday. And that is it. I don't know if there's any questions or the sauces from last week. So I did red beet sauce, and I also did garlic glory, which has I love that one. I ate that one first, but it's got a lot like nutritional yeast in it and a real flavor of that. So I put the link for the recipes from last week in the chat. Hopefully you can grab them. And I think I even finally got the video uploaded as well. All right. I don't know if there's any questions. It is. Oh, it is. This is exactly if you want to nourish your body, this is exactly your go-to meal. Totally. And just anything like this, any of these bowls, this is the way to go. And they taste so good, especially when you pair it with the right sauce. All right.
I guess in the kitchen. We'll
Sorry?
be live from Edmonton next.
Yeah, next week we're going to be live in the kitchen from Edmonton. I'm going to be in Edmonton visiting my parents. So I'll be in a different kitchen and we're going to do smoothies next week. And I am going to, if you can cook along with me or make your smoothie along with me next week, we're going to try a cook along. So I will be sending out the ingredients ahead of time so you can make a smoothie yourself and have it to drink after this. And it's not just relying on me to tell you it was good. You can try it and see if you like it yourself. So that's what we're doing next week.